there, what's up you guys? It's me, your boy JD, and welcome back to the channel. And for today's episode, what I'm going to be talking about is my initial impressions on the Adidas Gametalker. And before we begin, I'd like to invite you guys to please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you guys can stay updated for all the other uploads that's going to come up from the channel. So with that, of course, as usual, ang una natin pag-uusapan or what we're going to be talking about first is actually the traction pattern or the outsole of the sneaker. So for the traction, you do have this nub set up and it forms this tried and tested herringbone pattern, which I actually like. Upon initial wearing here on the floor of my room, it felt like it's gonna grip very well. So I like that feeling and very hopeful ako sa kanya. And usually with big companies like Adidas or Nike, pagdating kasi sa takedown models nila, usually ito yung mas durable. So I feel like this is gonna be a good outdoor option for you guys. I feel like it's gonna be very durable. But the thing is, it's not gonna be as durable as some of the other takedown models because of the setup. Nubs yung ginamit nila, so mas madali siyang mag-fray or it's easier to fray it off. Unlike the hardened step back 2s or the other takedown models that they do have as of right now. But again, if you're just looking for grip and a little bit of durability that can last you quite some time, I think the Adidas Gametalker is a good option to go. And I still need to make a performance review for this one, so stay tuned for that so that we can see if it actually grips very well. Now moving up to the cushioning setup, which is something that I'm surprised with. They actually use cloud foam comfort for this one, which is actually what they use now for their casual sneakers, their walking shoes, which is pretty much what they use also in some of their basketball takedown models. But for this one, I'm very surprised because for the first time in a long while, on my initial wear on an Adidas shoe that actually has cloud foam, it's soft, as in it's cushioned. Like, I can't believe that it's cushioned this well. But the thing is, it's not as bouncy as Bounce, it's not as responsive as Boost, although there is the cushioning that you'd want. Like the plush feeling, yung malambot na feeling, it's right there. So the stepping comfort is actually really there, which is really nice. But if you're looking for a little bit of responsiveness, I don't think this shoe has it. It does have a little bit of bounce, but it's not as, like what I said, it's not as bouncy as Bounce, and there is no responsiveness within the sneaker. But if you're just looking for impact protection, this shoe actually has it because of the plushness it actually has. Now moving up to my favorite part about the sneaker, it is the uppers material. Although these are cheap quality upper materials that they used, they made the shoe look like it's a premium shoe because of the materials that they use. So let's start with the toe cap. As you guys can see on the clip, they actually use this suede material that they used here so that it looks premium. Other than that, you have leather all over the place, basically tumbled leather, so it makes it look like it's premium. This is actually, I think, real leather. The thing is, it's just that this really thinned out leather. I think I explained it in one of my previous episodes. I think the Under Armour Lockdown 5. I think this is actually genuine leather because from the smell of the sneaker, it does smell like that. But it's the thinned out kind of leather wherein, you know, they get this layer of leather na kapal and then they thin it out and thin it out and thin it out to the point that they can remake a lot of products with those leather layers that they made. Now moving on to the external part, there's actually a different kind of leather compared to the ones that they used up here on the forefoot area. It's a little bit more tumbled than that, so I'm guessing this is a thicker kind of leather that they used. Now moving on to the ankle area, you have that little portion of mesh material, which is actually great because that actually helps with the breathability. And at the same time, if they actually used leather on the ankle portion here, right here, as you guys can see, if leather yung ginamit nila dyan, masakit siya dun sa ankle area mo. So it's gonna chafe on your ankle area, magkakaroon ka ng sugat. Basically, you're gonna have wounds on that. It's gonna chafe your skin. So it's actually good that Adidas actually did this. Now on the tongue, you do have mesh materials, a very padded tongue, and they used, again, like what I said, mesh materials, which actually allows for a lot of breathability so that the shoe isn't hot. It's a good thing that they didn't use leather because if they did, baka sobrang mainitan na yung paa mo, hindi ka na makahinga, and you'd prefer to wear a different kind of sneaker. Now moving up to the fit support and the lockdown. For the fit, my suggestion is whatever your US size is, just go to size to that. But if you do like a roomier fit, my suggestion is just go 0.5 up, half a size up, and it actually won't have any problems with the support and the lockdown. Speaking of which, the support actually has a white base. The shoe actually does look like an old school basketball sneaker. Kind of looks like a tennis basketball sneaker if you ask me. Then was converted into basketball, then officially made into a basketball sneaker. So basically, it does look like a retro basketball sneaker nga, no? And we'll get into that later. But as of right now, you do have that wide base of support and an external and internal heel counter that will help you stay stable as well. And then for the lockdown, all you guys have to do is again yank on the laces and you're pretty much good to go. More information on the fit support and the lockdown once I actually do a performance review on the sneaker. Now moving on to my favorite part about, sneakers basically is the aesthetics. So for the aesthetics, like what I mentioned, it does look like a retro basketball sneaker and I really like it. And the reason for that is because if you guys have been following me for quite some time, or if you've watched almost all of my episodes or subscribed to the channel for quite some time, I do like my shoes to look old school. So I like the fact that it reminds me of an 80s basketball sneaker and the fact that it's not a casual shoe, it's actually a performance sneaker. So with that, that's actually my very quick kwento to you guys. I've been intrigued by this sneaker. So matagal ko na siyang minamatahan, matagal ko na siyang tinitignan sa Adidas app, sa Zalora, everywhere. Because nagtataka ako kasi it always falls under the performance category. So I was telling myself, why is it performance category? Why is it not basketball inspired or performance inspired sneakers? Because Adidas, they did do that. They did the whole basketball inspired or performance inspired, sports inspired series, and they did that with the forum lows, the forum highs, and etc. with all the sneakers that they released for casual wear. So I thought that this was actually a casual wear. And then I looked everywhere. Adidas website says that it is a performance sneaker. Zalora says that it is best for basketball. And then the Adidas app also said that it is actually a performance sneaker. Then when the opportunity came for me to have one, I grabbed it. And of course, I was excited because I have a sneaker that I can use casually after I actually do a performance review on these guys. So anyways, guys, if you are interested in catching my performance review of the Adidas Gametalker and of course the World Balance Scotty Thompson one, all you guys gotta do is of course subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you guys can stay updated once those episodes are already uploaded in the channel. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next episode.